Hey guys, in today's video I'll be talking about my UKCAT score. Regardless of my score, it's important that everybody practices as hard as they can for the exam. It's an exam where if you prepare really hard and efficiently, you can do well. So let's cut to the chase. When I did the exam in 2015, we had 5 sections. Section 1 was verbal reasoning, section 2 was quantitative reasoning, section 3 was abstract reasoning, section 4 was decision analysis, and section 5 was situational judgment. Now I do understand decision analysis wasn't in the 2016 paper and it's been removed completely, and now it's been replaced by the decision making module. Before I go through the modules, my average score across the 4 main modules that I took was 707.5. For those who don't work out the average and who want to know the total, that comes out to be around 2,830. First of all, verbal reasoning. Now I was never really good at verbal reasoning when I was practicing, so the score I got was rather reflective of that, and I got 650 in that module. The second section was quantitative reasoning. Now I've always considered myself to be someone who's relatively able at maths, and someone who's quite quick and efficient at maths questions. In addition to that, I actually did practice quite a lot for the quantitative reasoning section, because to be honest I found it the most fun, and I got 810 in that section. Now in my practice exams, I was shockingly bad at abstract reasoning, and in the exam I only got 700. Decision analysis was a bit odd for me actually, because in the practice exams I was doing really well in that section, particularly Medify. I was getting 800, so high 700s, but in the exam I got 670, so I wasn't too happy about that. Now the last section, situational judgment, of course you have 5 bands, and I managed to get myself a band 1. So apparently I demonstrated an excellent level of performance, showing similar judgment to a panel of experts. Now I do remember that getting a band 2 also is fine, you just don't want to get a band 3, 4 or 5. So band 1 or 2 is pretty good. So as I mentioned, if you add my scores together, it totals up to 2,830. The lowest score you can get in any section is 300, the highest 900, and most candidates apparently get a score between 500 and 700, with the average being 600. These scores are from the year that I took my exam. So now for my score relative to how the rest of my year did. So in 2015, a score of 2,830 was in the 8th decile. To have been in the 9th decile, I would have needed 10 more points. I would have needed 2,840 points. It is really important to remember that your UKCAT score is relative to everybody else's who's taken the exam. If you want to look at past year's results, the best place to look at is the UKCAT website, where they've got all the results from 2012 to 2016. So you can kind of get a good idea of what sort of results you need to be in a certain decile. One thing about the UKCAT that you need to remember is once that you get your results sheet, do not lose it. If you do lose your results sheet, I think they'll rip you off by about £25, so make sure to keep it safe when you get hold of it. I think in around October time, if you do apply to UKCAT universities, there is a procedure which involves the UKCAT certificate, so make sure to read the back of the certificate when you get it, just to be sure of what exactly you need to do. You don't want to miss any deadlines or end up not submitting a UKCAT score to your university, because then if they don't have a UKCAT score, you'll probably get rejected pre-interview. Now many people ask, was I happy with my score of 707.5? To be honest, as soon as I got the results, the main feeling I had was a feeling of relief. I was so glad that this exam was over and done with, and I could forget about it. With my score, initially I wasn't too happy because friends who'd done it before me had got much higher scores, so compared to them I hadn't done as well. But I realised that I had tried my best for the exam. I can't really redo it, so the score that I got was a score that I was going to be stuck with. In reality, 707.5 actually turned out to be a pretty reasonable score, as I managed to get an offer from King's College London, a UKCAT university. Now let's say the UKCAT exam doesn't go too well. It's really easy to dwell on that and be sad about that. Now you need to remember that the UKCAT forms part of your application, so even if it does go badly for you, it's not the end of the world. You've got your personal statement that can be really good, you've got your grades that can still be really good, you've got your interview that can go really well. So if you do get a UKCAT score that you're not content with, don't worry, it'll be fine. So I hope going through my UKCAT results has made it a bit more relatable to you guys. If you've got any questions, do ask. So I want to end the video by saying, keep revising for the UKCAT. It's an exam for which if you revise well, you can do really well in. If you found this video helpful, make sure to give it a like, comment with any more questions that you may have, and make sure to subscribe to the channel to keep up with lots of videos that I'll be releasing soon. So take care, have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.